Moving quick.
All right,
Well,
guys, we are recording. I don't know what's going to happen today, but you know what? What the hell? I'm too busy, and I think I left my keys. And no, I didn't leave my keys inside because I had to get in my car. Right, somehow, some way. Yeah, I got my keys. There you go. I'm actually starting my Maserati right now.
Are you heading into the
Can you
site?
guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
yes.
Perfect. I don't know if the cops are going to pull me over, but if they do, I might pull a fast one on them. I might go into one of your lines of being a state national.
Oh, did somebody drop?
We're here. So,
You there?
yeah, I would elevate above the state national idea and literally just say, I'm a free man, and you, as a man, have no right to coerce or force me to do anything. And then put it right on film and say, what gives you the right to do that? And what are they? It's going to be an interesting conversation.
Right, right. Is Chuck still here with us?
Yes.
Can you hear me? I'm here.
Okay, cool. We're waiting for Ron Partain, guys. There is so much fucking news coming out. It looks like 107 sent me a message. He's been sending me messages for the last 3 days straight. It looks like we already breached the airspace in Venezuela. It looks like we're going in any minute. But, you know, Trump is very secretive. He doesn't broadcast his wartime plans as to when, where, and how, right? And so, but you could feel the anticipation building up for that. I'm driving today, guys. I'm so busy. I don't have time to sit in the big chair today. Can you imagine? That's how crazy it is. But anyway, so I do expect the markets are going to tank. There's no question about it. I believe the silver market will tank, gold will tank, the market, the stock market, the oil market, all of it's going to tank. And what's going to happen is that a lot of people are going to get shaken out, unfortunately, because they don't understand the full picture of how the movie ends. I know that you and I, Chuck, are in it for the long haul, but I wish I could get under the skin of the people out there to really make them understand that this is going to be very short-lived. I personally think maybe a week or two at the most. It could be maybe only 3 days. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I'm anticipating maybe worst case scenario. Let's give it a month, just for argument's sake, right? A month, right? I mean, the market's going to recover. They have to go through the reset. This is the reset. I believe this is part of it. Chime in, please.
I think we're going through every scenario possible. We look at what's going on in China. Look what's going on with silver. Look how stagnant all the cryptos have been. Now we get a little migration with Bitcoin, it moving up, but everything else has been very stagnant for what? 2 months now? I think what we're seeing. I came up with some ideas the other night that with some friends of mine. What we were talking about is the money. Well, excuse me, the XRP that was handed out in 2014. Do you remember that? Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
where they basically went to all the countries and all the big corporations and they gave them XRP.
Yeah.
Now, is that XRP, where's it gone? Is it coming out now? Is that what's driving the market and keeping our price down and being able to suppress it at this point of the game? I'm thinking that's what we're seeing. And here's why I say that. If you've ever been on the XRP rich list, which I know you have, just yesterday, one of my friends calls me, says, I dropped in one day, and he's got a lot of XRP. He said, I have dropped 200 spaces, meaning he's went down. And if you've got a lot of XRP, that means people ahead of you that got XRP are basically dumping their bags. If you understand what I'm saying. Right.
Yeah.
But 200 spaces, and when you're down there in the 10,000 group, and you're losing 200 spaces in one day, that's a big move.
Huge.
Who's selling?
Absolutely huge.
Who is selling, Mel?
It is manipulated in so many different ways that we cannot even imagine. We cannot even put our finger on 3 different spots, say here. I'll point it out here, here, and here. We can't do it because it's more than 3 spots. It's potentially 10 spots, 20 different ways that they're manipulating it. But they are, and they know that unfortunately, people that have to pay their bills are not going to be able to stick around, you know?
Yeah, I think it's definitely it's a time when you better be right, because you got to hold on right now.
Yeah. I sent the
Got to
video
hold
to,
on.
yeah, I sent the video to Jim, which was unbelievable. I'm up to like 2 o'clock in the morning doing these short videos. I learned more in 3 hours of scrolling these little short videos than I did 4 years of high school. You know, I mean, so much knowledge, right? Tremendous content out there. And I share this stuff with people that I know. I say, oh my God, this has to do with growing food. Jim is right. Let me send it to Jim. So I sent it to Jim. He's like, yeah, I know, you know?
No, so here's after contemplating all these different scenarios for basically 20 years, like you probably have, I've come to the knowing that when we take our energy and attention out of the fiction and into the real, right? When we have mass adoption of stewardship and protecting and serving our land and growing food instead of lawns and collaborating with the schools and the prisons and the city parks, in 1 year, we can have such a foundation of abundance because the food's already there, right? There's already growers everywhere, right? Corn, wheat, and soy, or corn and soy will be worth almost nothing. And all of that land will go back to regenerative practices. And in no time, we can heal the world and absolutely create a future of abundance.
You know, I totally agree with that sentiment. And, you know, to up you one on top of this entire subject here, you know, they're really pushing for this digital ID, right? They're really, I don't know if they're going to make good on their threat or their promise, but they are pushing for it. Now,
it's already happened.
Yeah.
It's already, to a lot of people, it's already happened. They are already part of that system.
Right. So
You can't travel in Europe without it. You can't travel in Europe without being scanned. Even to get on the plane, to open the doors to get you on the plane, is basically a face scan. And you walk through it.
Yeah, or you have to pay an additional fee not to be part of it for now, but later down the road that fee is going to go away and you have to be part of it. So growing your own food, growing your own vegetables, you know, producing your own energy, which there's plenty of videos now on the internet popping up with copper and magnets and light bulbs, free energy technology. Guys, all you guys that are really that smart, let's amplify this technology. Let's scale it up for, you know, commercial use, for residential use, etc. Let's go, right? Because
yes. And Mel, the number one form of energy that everybody could do immediately, right, is take the attention into growing food at home, like you said, because what do we run on? We run on calories. What's our biggest expense in our families? It's our food bill, right? Oftentimes. And when we could take 10, 20, 30% of that off of the fictional system and into our yards, into our closets, into our homes, all of a sudden we make a massive dent. And that's just the first step. And then soon after that, our communities will have local, poison-free, that's the key, poison-free food accessible. The cost of food will be almost nothing in 4 years from now.
yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Everybody's going to grow.
Yeah, you know, they're not gonna have a choice if you want to eat, because they can't shut your digital ID down if you're producing your own food and your own energy. You can tell the system to fuck off, right?
Yes.
Literally.
Even the AI system. This is also the solution to the fact that AI can already do, when combined with robots, and cars are robots, by the way, and so are, you know, it can already do every fucking thing almost. So
Yeah.
in no time, the price per hour of labor is going to be between 10 and 40 cents an hour for a robot that can work 24/7 and do the job with access to infinite resources. So the solution to that, I think that's great. There will be no more jobs. We won't have jobs. Humanity instead, because we've solved the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You know, we got our bases covered. And we got some other thing that can clean up the shit and do the things that we don't want to do, right? And then all of a sudden, our minds expand into creativity. And now we collaborate together and we create literally the vision of the Garden of Eden on earth everywhere.
Yeah.
With that
Well, you know, definitely is
With
the
that
answer. Yeah, Chuck.
concept, though, think about this. These buildings that were built back in the past, that's exactly what was going on. We didn't have to worry about the Monday life
Yeah.
because it was all automated in some aspect, but we created things.
Yeah. Yes, we can bring art back, like true architecture and
Yeah.
songs and all the things. The art of living is the next phase for everybody who's waking up.
Well, you know,
I'm ready.
one can argue that, you know, this new generation, they're lazy, they don't want to work anymore. No, they don't want to work the way we worked for the last 150, 200 years, which makes no sense. You work till like you're 60 years old, 65 years old, and then if you're still walking, you're not on a walker, and you made some of the right choices, and you're able to figure out how to not get poisoned, how to make a lot of money, and you're able to still walk. Maybe you might enjoy 20 or 30 years of walking the beaches of the earth with the one you love, or maybe not, right? And so, you know, they're not saying, hey, we're lazy. We're just saying, hey, you know, bring on the robots. Let me be creative. Let me do what I want to do, how I want to do it. I want to live life. I don't want to be slave to a system that puts you in a system where you're working for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, and then you're going to be dead in 20 years if you're lucky, right?
Yep.
You'll live 30 years if you're lucky, right? They're tired of that system, and you can't fucking blame them.
Imagine the sport, right? Imagine the joy. Imagine the creations that we could create here when we don't have to worry about where the frick the food is coming from, right? And the fact that it'll be medicine, because everything I'm growing around me is medicine. It's so
Right.
freaking delicious too. So yeah, anyway, I'm excited. We got good things ahead.
There's no question about it, you know, and I've been on your farm. You're doing God's work. There's no question, Jim. You're an amazing, amazing individual. Foodforestabundance.com, guys. Foodforestabundance.com. Call him, contact him, go do a little field trip, go do a tour. If you're in Florida, go see him in person. He's a very approachable guy. You're going to love when you get there. You'll have the American peace flag. You'll love the 1776 street sign that gets you inside his place. That's the building number, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, good call, brother.
1776. I got a pretty photographic memory, and he, you know, he gives you a walk around of what he did. He gives you a walk around of, you know, when he built his house, he didn't apply for permits. He didn't ask the master, hey, master, can I build my house? Fuck you! I'm building my house, motherfucker.
We go right into the heart of the beast and we just squeeze it and love it a little bit, man. I showed up at the sheriff's office with a 2 buckets full of sweet potato starts. I said I want to see the sheriff about solving the majority of crime in Osceola County, right? And then that guy went to jail 6 months later.
Right?
Yeah, and now last week, we were in a transition house. It's a halfway house with 90 beds for men, mostly veterans, coming out of prison and going back into society. And we're going to transform the backyard of their prison yard or their transition house yard into a food production and fulfillment center.
Right.
Nice.
And 10 people can grow food for hundreds of people. Am I correct?
You're
That is
absolutely correct. And we're going to focus on sweet potatoes. So we're creating in fact, if anybody wants to buy sweet potatoes, they can go to originsreclaimed.org. It's a 501c3. And we're selling all sorts of awesome products there to help the world get back on the whole path to freedom thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Amazing. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. I haven't had you on the show in a long time, Jim, and I apologize. I need a producer. I need a producer that has access to my calendar, you know, and I want people who are podcasters or aspiring to be podcasters like Chuck here, who I call him Jeff Bezos, because he looks exactly like Jeff Bezos. But the reality is, you know, I need to replace myself. I need to make sure this guy in the next 2 weeks, he goes on YouTube and does some research on how to upload the video, how to do this, how to do that, and breaks away. We cut the umbilical cord. He's off on his own, building his own fucking channel, because if I could replace myself, I could justify walking away from this war at the right time. Now it's not the right time. Now, right now, we're in the thick of it.
Yep.
And Mel's likes to talk on camera.
Yeah, right now I'm in the dark right now. These cops here will pull me over if I scratch my nose. They'll pull me over. Hey, what's up your nose? Fuck you. Ain't nothing up my nose.
So, Chuck, where do you live?
I live here in Cocoa.
Okay. Oh,
I'm,
that's so close.
yes, I used to live in Marion County
Nice.
for
Yeah.
many, many years, and for just a reason I got pulled over in this area. I like this area.
Yeah.
I like the beachy kind of thing. Yeah. So
Cool. Yeah, it's
I'm
beautiful.
looking. I'm looking. You're like in
St.
Leesburg
Cloud.
area?
St.
Where?
Cloud. St. Cloud.
St. Cloud. Okay. Yeah.
So not far at all. So
Not
yeah,
far
come
at all.
visit, and everybody out there, come to visit. We are opening our own little healing center here with one of these sonic regeneration machines. And by the way, Mel, do you have one of those yet, or do you want to connect with one? Because they're really powerful as well. They give a pulse of energy, and it
Okay.
jolts you, and it breaks up the calcium to allow blood flow. But
I have. I just put a brown gas machine in my center. Okay, and I'm waiting for this reevaluation to happen, like everybody else. I'm not made of a lot of money, even though I stay above the water pretty good. I'm floating pretty good. But the reality is, I'm waiting because my dream is to turn my entire building, buy the building, turn the whole building holistic. Everybody, I chase everybody out and bring in everybody holistic. Chiropractors, acupuncturists, salt rooms, cold plunge,
dentist, holistic dentist,
aromatherapy, holistic dentist that can regrow teeth. That guy's a drill teeth, all that stuff. You understand?
Yes, I love that.
So that's the dream. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to live that dream. And then I got to find people that have huevos and management skills and people skills to be able to manage all of that. It's easy to put it together, but then you got to go figure out the psychology of people. Is this guy good for this? Is that gal good for that? And then you got to put the team together, which is very challenging.
Question for you, Mel.
Yeah.
If you buy the building, does that include the Wizard of Oz Center?
Everything. It's 68,000 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a big
huge.
Building, yeah.
If you have the money, we'll sit down and talk, Jim. I'd rather have you as my landlord.
Right? Man, that place it'd be a lot of fun. It already is, man. You got a great place there. I love the energy there.
Yeah. Well, the idea is to gut out a good portion of the top floor in my section of the building, which is about 12,800 square feet.
Yeah.
And that would be 300 chair operation, 40 mattress operation. It'll be cold plunge pools, saunas, steam rooms, salt rooms, the whole 9 yards, everything.
Oh, that's cool. Hey,
aromatherapy, brown gas, all of it.
Yep. Well, we'll talk. I've got some really good connection. Dr. Darrell Wolf and his products are also they're a great addition to what you already have going. So I want to share one thing real quick about the school. In January, we're opening a senior high where the students of the school will be focusing on stewardship and entrepreneurship. So they'll be growing food and creating plant starts here. And then it'll be their job to go into local retailers and create a local poison-free food supply chain.
Right.
And they'll get paid from it. So it's a school where Florida pays the bill for the school. And the parents and the families receive their food needs from the school as part of the child going there.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I love all the things. You're a project guy. You got constant projects in your mind. You're like me. I'm constantly on the go, right?
Yeah.
And right now, we're in the midst of doing a screening tomorrow of our first screening of Dear Mr. President Part 2. And I can't tell you the subtitle, otherwise I give away the whole entire thing. We're not ready for that yet, but we will soon.
Cool.
And so we're doing that. And I got another project, New Year. The new project is that I'm recruiting a bunch of podcasters. So if you're a podcaster out there and you got a huge following, 786-704-8817, send me a text message because we're going to go to Tallahassee and tell freaking Governor DeSantimonious to stop with the fucking chemtrails. We want these people taken down with warplanes, taken down and land them in Air Force bases and arrest them immediately. I don't want trials. I don't want bullshit. I just want them arrested. I want them to fuck out of our balls.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one of the projects. And I'm working with Steve, with what's his name, Louis Herms in California. Try get him elected for California. I mean, I got more projects than I know what to do with. I'm potentially launching something huge. I'll make an announcement here in the next 2 months that I'm not privy to even talk about yet. We're at the precipice right now with our center to break pay dirt as far as advertising and marketing, and we're doing something that's huge on that front as well. So a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff going on.
Chuck, what about you?
Right, I run a channel that I put a lot of time into as far as posting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As well as I'm kind of trying to get settled here, so I'm looking for properties.
Nice.
I used to build a lot of houses, so I haven't done it this year.
Yep.
Right in the transition, getting over here, but I think I'll start doing that again. There's really not a need right yet. Things are kind of moving down as far as pricing.
Yeah,
And if
they
you're,
are.
you're a builder, you have to be right when you.
A lot of people think they're going to go down a lot more in the fairly near future, right, Mel?
I kind of feel that way as well. I know what's going on. Yeah.
I
So we
think
do a
so.
lot of traveling.
Wrong. I've been wrong before.
No, listen. There's one way to boost up the market. You don't have to go to real estate school. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be a governor or a president. None of that. Okay. Bring down the interest rates down to 1 or 2 points, right? And get rid of property taxes in Florida. And I guarantee you, real estate, there'll be a bidding war in real estate in this part of the world anyway in about 12 nanoseconds.
Yep.
I agree.
Okay? That's all you got to do. Those 2 things.
Yep.
That's it. But you
Which
got
I
all these
believe is
people.
going to happen.
Yeah, you got all these people who are skimming off the top, okay? And you guys are all going to go to prison for a little while, and then we're going to chop your head off because these are crimes that are treasonous against humanity, and we want your heads off, okay?
So check this out. This is what I'm working on. This is a very fancy looking bouquet of grapevines. I just had a tour today, and a woman and a man, a really beautiful family, brought me 20 grapevines. So I'm going to sit them in water with rooting compound, and then I'm going to put them on the fence back there. And that'll turn that whole fence from a gray fence, which is really strong, it'll turn to a green fence full of food.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.
Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, that's so much fun.
Yeah, when the time comes, because I have a huge database, I have hundreds of thousands of people that follow me worldwide, right? Yeah. When the time comes, what I'm going to do is we're going to get a gated community, okay? And we're gonna have exactly what we envision. Grow our own food, our own energy, everything is going to be in-house, and they can take their digital ID and shove it right next to their hemorrhoids, because that's exactly where it's going.
Would you like me to share a pool vision with you that I'm certain you will be inspired by?
I love it. Show it to me.
So right here, we're building a colloidal silver 3-layer pool. As soon as we get the cash flow to do so, we're going to have the bids in this week, and then we're going to go out and figure out a logical exchange of value to get it put in. And it'll have colloidal silver, colloidal copper, and structuring units. It'll have infused oxygen and a solar heater for the top piece, which will be a jacuzzi tub. The next piece will be like a small pool, and then a waterfall down to a living pond. And the pond will have a beach at one end and living plant filters. So the water, the colloidal silver water, will travel down this thing. And on all the sides of the pool, you'll be able to eat. There'll be grapes and passion fruit and raspberries and blueberries and blackberries and tangerines. And so you can stand in the pool and just grab all this food. And whatever falls in the pool goes back into the swales to basically create like a compost for the other fruit trees on the edges.
Wow.
That's awesome.
The fountain, it's yours. We could duplicate it. It's your design now. Let's do it.
Yeah, because you already done it, right? The only thing I got to do is because when the reevaluation is here, because they no longer can just keep playing their shenanigans
Yeah.
and manipulate all of these markets, and they have to allow us to have our wealth. And I call and I make an announcement. When I become a gazillionaire, I got 200,000 people becoming gazillionaires with me. For me to say, hey, we're going to build a gated community in Florida. We're going to build a gated community in California because my friend Louis Herms won the governorship, and we just arrested everybody, et cetera, and everything's running on all cylinders. The bottom line is, it's not going to. I'll sell the properties in one weekend. You understand? In one weekend, there'll be no more properties left. 3-acre lots, boom, gone.
I love it. That'll be one of the most epic communities in the world.
Yeah, 500
They're going
homes.
to call it Melville.
Yeah, Melville.
Oh, that's freaking awesome. I'm in.
Oh my God! But these are not dreams. This is going to be a reality for us. But they're allowing us to really, create a callus, if you will, on our hands. And we understand that this is a game of patience. They made it perfectly loud and clear, but we just keep accumulating more of these assets that they want to shake. Some people, they're going to be very successful at shaking out. People like me, what's going to happen? I'm going to have probably an extra $500 million to play with because you guys are fucking around. Well, fuck around and find out, right?
Yep.
So,
awesome.
And there's a lot of people like me that'll be worth it. So, like I said, when we say, hey, we got a piece of property we're selling, and you're going to be in a gated community, we're going to have food production. Jim Gale's going to be on site for 6 months consulting with our 8 Mexicans who's going to grow food for 600 people. No problem, baby. Where do I sign?
I love it. Love it. Well, I am at your service, brother. You too, Chuck, and everybody listening. I've
I'm
literally
going to come see you.
Oh, for sure. I've signed over all my equity and all I don't own anything, and I'm really freaking happy. We're living 100% off grid. Our homestead has no mortgage on it, and we don't pay taxes on our land or labor. So we don't have any bills. So what I've done, I've signed over all my equity and assets and other stuff to the council. And my job is to demonstrate freedom on every conceivable level and have fun doing it and to share my surplus, right? So ideas and foods and stuff like that. I just want a tiny bit of money to travel around and have fun. Everything else I have, I've already owned a yacht. I don't want another yacht, right? I've already had a lot of that shit. Now I just want to freaking put it all back in and demonstrate to these greedy assholes that are hoarding billions of freaking fictional dollars to do the same thing because it's what's best for them.
Yeah, what's great? As of 3 weeks ago, I just got my irrevocable religious trust done.
Yep.
And everything is owned by God. I own nothing. I'm just a trustee. I'm a nobody. Okay.
Yep.
And you see, you want to play games. People like us, you're giving us enough time to get educated, and we're moving right in the same direction of the Rockefellers, who pay zero taxes, who own everything, who control. What is it? How does the saying go? Own everything and control nothing, or something like that. Something along those lines.
Yes.
The opposite, right? There you go. Own nothing, control everything.
Yeah.
There you go, right? So I did that. We got people all over the United States, right? Yeah. Flying my guy in because it's such a small price to pay. People understand emphatically that they're going to be worth hundreds of millions at the very least. And I'm talking about guys who are only worth have maybe 10, 20,000 XRP, 30,000. Yeah. How about the guys who have 1 million XRP? How about the guys who have millions of it? And I got a few of those, right? You better believe they're flying in my guy. Say, hey, let's get this thing done and over with. Let's get protected because I want to basically tell the man to fuck off.
Yep. And don't hoard that fiction, because that's where people get crushed. Is when you get that fiction pop that you're expecting, take that money right away, a percentage of it, and put it right into the vision of your community, right? And then if shit goes down after that, or if the fiction goes out after that, you've already created your abundance paradise. It'll be the best investment ever, brother.
Absolutely. And the way he negotiated the freaking the contract with the bank was freaking artwork, bro. He basically had them change the language in the contract that is in favor of your trust.
Yeah.
the one that you're a trustee of. You don't own nothing. Remember, you own nothing, control everything. And so he changed that to where even the deposits, it says the deposits are the property of the trustee and the trust, not the bank. So if there's a bank holiday, my trust is absolutely bulletproof. My money is safe.
Yeah.
There's a bank holiday. There's a bank holiday for everybody else who doesn't have a trust, the right trust. So, but anyway, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited because we're doing what you would call it, live workshops every 6 weeks, every 5-6 weeks here at Staying Alive. We had
That's cool.
3 people. We had 11 people show up. 3 of them are ready to move now. Some of them are ready to move later, but they're all doing the trust.
Love it.
You realize how important it is.
I quit claimed our property into a trust about 3.5 years ago, and also our bank account. I opened that up in a trust, and I do feel I like that layer of security.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, listen, the more time they give us, the smarter we get. The more dangerous we become, and the richer we become. Dangerous, like in a way where we know how to circumnavigate and circumcise the system.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're out of it. I'm not in the system. I'm gone.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah. Hey, brother, it was a pleasure. I know you got to probably go. I see you.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, can you stop talking to Mel already? Hey, we got to go eat dinner.
Hey, Chuck, it's a pleasure. I can't wait to see you on site and give you guys
Definitely.
a big hug.
I'll come hook you up. Yep, I'll come see you.
Thanks. Good stuff. I can't wait.
Thank you, brother.
Ciao, Mel.
Thank you. Yeah, he's awesome, isn't he?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time the first time you had him. He's
got it all figured out. He's got it all figured out, bro.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we are. We're still recording.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't know what happened to
tons of things are happening. The one thing that's been alarming that I just want to kind of mention to you, I don't know if you ever followed Mr. Poole in this whole deal. Have you?
I have. I from time to time. More so 2-3 years ago than now.
Right, but now he's kind of changed his flow of how he does. He writes up stuff too. And I've noticed in the last 2 days this warning from him, and I have not. He's posted it so many times it's kind of scary. It says, "Do not fly."
Interesting.
Yeah, you'll see it in the channel. I put it in there.
Yeah, I try not to. I despise flying, man. I used to love flying. I don't like it anymore. It's like a chore. It's a duty. It's like it's a job.
You know what I look at it like, because I did fly a lot, and we've had a lot of travel in the last couple of years, is I look at it as part of the trip. So it's because you get like that when you don't, because you just hate the trip part of it. You know what I mean? So I kind of take it as an adventure,
Absolutely.
And I will tell you, the worst adventure you're going to have is getting on a plane for 20 plus hours.
Rocks? Hold on. I all of a sudden I got a computer on board that is possessed.
Yeah, it just wakes up.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, I don't know. It automatically does things on its own. You there?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. So, hey, yeah, we could cut this short today. It was.
I'm glad that what's his name showed up.
That was nice for him to come in. I appreciate that. Yeah. Are you going to sleep in the center?
I am. I'm here now, actually, right now. See it? I'm right outside the center.
You're frozen.
Oh, really?
There you are.
Let me shut off the car, and let me.
Is that better?
There you are.
Is that better?
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm going to go inside and do some brown gas, hydrogen. What is it? Hydrogen therapy. And while I'm sitting in the system, it's magical, bro. It's magical. Really? Oh yeah.
Is that the one you lay on the table?
Go do some research on hydrogen therapy. Holy moly. I'm just telling you. Go do it.
Feeling good?
Yeah, I'm addicted, bro. It's like I want to get another machine and put it right next to my big chair, and I want to be hooked on to that thing like at least 8 hours a day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how good it is.
All right, go get it done. I'll
You
talk to
got
you
it, brother.
soon.
You
All
got
right,
it.
man.
Bye
Peace
bye.
out.